What's up, you guys? Your boy Eddie Ed of Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill. I'm Ed, aka Sip. My girl Kimmy Kim, aka Spill. What's up, Kimmy Kim? What's good with yourself?
What's up, y'all? What's up, Ed?
Listen, I'm bringing my boy RJ. He is bringing in the noise and the fire, baby. Don't get it twisted. RJ, what's good with yourself, boy?
What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling?
Yeah. So we represent Power 104.9 WSCV. Get in the house, Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill. If you want to find us, if you want to look us up, you want to follow us, Kimmy Kim, tell these people where they can get us at.
First, you want to find us on Facebook, and we are the Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill. Then we have the Sip and Spill group, and that would be Sip and Spill. You want to find us on YouTube, and that's Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill, and that's the SIPANDSPILL on YouTube. On IG is Sip and Spill 2022. You can't miss us.
Listen, if you can't follow that, you can't follow nothing because we going to get it cracking, baby. And let me tell you something. I'm so excited because every week, live and direct, Saturdays and Wednesdays, we going to get it cracking. Talking about hot topics, sex, love, relationships, cheering. What you going to do with them cheering, especially when they grown? Children be getting on your nerve. You heard what I say? We ain't going to leave nothing off the damn subject. So we going to get it cracking. RJ, are you going to get them that music, boy?
We're going to give them that music, man. All indie artists and the mainstream artists as well, man. So let's do it.
Kimmy Kim, listen, now let me tell y'all something. If you haven't heard, Kimmy Kim is that mother son of a boop. I'm gonna beat myself. Kimmy Kim, let them know about yourself, baby.
Well, I'm going to be coming with y'all with all different types of subjects. We are definitely open on our platform. So if you want to talk about it, all you got to do is tell me. And if you won't say it, hell, I will. Damn. I'll see you there.
Damn. All right, Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill. You guys follow us on Power 104.9 WSTV, Atlanta, Jonesboro. Get back of us. Listen, we like you. We love you. One more of you. Listen, it's been real and it's been fun. And every time we fool with y'all, it's always real Mickey Ficky fun. Holla back at your peoples.
What's up? Sip and Spill. What's up, RJ?
What's going on, Kimmy Kim? What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling?
Hello to everybody. As y'all can see, this is official, the Sip and Spill's phone. I know I've been MIA for a week or two, but we're back in the building, of course. You can see my boy. What's up, RJ? We here to just kick it and do what we always do. You know, that's what we do, right?
Ruffle feathers. That's what we do.
I think so. I think you definitely catch it on. So I want to tell y'all, thank y'all so much for all the love. And Sip, of course, sends all his love and appreciation to everybody that has watched our show. With the departure of Sip, he will be gone for a little while with RJ sitting in as promised. So with everything going on, I just want to introduce my boy and tell y'all that RJ is Ed's, aka Sip brother, and he's the artist, and I have named him the Romance Talk of the show. That's because anytime a man can be chocolate and sing to at the same time, I mean, I don't really think I got to say anything else. That's it right there. That's why his name is Romance.
Don't you get me in trouble now?
Okay, I mean, listen, it runs in the Mitchell family. My girl Keita know what she got. She know what she got, but I got a black. Okay, that's what's most important. Okay, so we want to thank everybody welcoming RJ and everybody sending us the love. Sip says he definitely misses the platform, and we'll be seeing y'all soon, and y'all be hearing from him sooner. So we can get right to it. So today, RJ and I are talking about achieving your goals. So for everybody that did not see our last radio show or didn't listen to Power 104.9 show, we were telling y'all about the 90-day challenge. The 90-day challenge, we are challenging everyone to send in, write in, put it on our Sip and Spill group Facebook page, letting us know what is your third 90-day challenge. Starting October the 1st to December the 31st, we are challenging you guys to name 3 things that you would like to see start from October the 1st to December the 31st, finish, and in total completion. Now, I don't know what everybody, say, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I know January 1st, they do this New Year's resolution. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever goal you want to achieve, it can happen as long as you're doing something about it every day. So with that said, we're challenging you guys. We're challenging. I'm going to also say for everybody that sends in, there's going to be one person that will win a prize December 31st before January 2023 if they have completed their goals. Now, it can't be some simple stuff that you don't have no proof because your girl is, you just can't pull one on me. So with that stated, with the proof, and we're going to pick one, RJ and I and Sip going to pick one out, and that's going to be the one that we're going to give a prize to. So with that stated, we're looking for you. Now listen, you got to get them in before October 1st. You can't come calling October 2nd and talking about, oh, I forgot to get mine. It don't work like that. We ain't on DP time. We on Kimmy Kim and Sip and RJ time. So get it in, folks. October 1st. What's your 3-day, 90-day challenge? So I'll go ahead and say mine. I said that I would like, and we're going to also have it on our group where you all can see it. You can hold me accountable for it. You can ask me about it. All that. So with that stated, and RJ will say his, I said that I want to compete in 2023 dance competition doing the dance called the Kazamba. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it. If anybody out there that do know how to do that dance, hit your girl up because that I am willing to learn to do. I have competed pretty much in every dance, and this one is the one that I am just dying to learn and compete in it. So I also wanted to I think my second one was, or my third one was, I just going to work out 3 to 4 times a week, and that is just the consistency of it. Dancing also is a workout. I pretty much do that all the time, but just the actual like physical working out, though, like literally working out. Got my 45 minutes, my hour. I'm not gonna say 7 days. I'm not even gonna say I'm gonna do this particular day. What I am gonna say 3 to 4 days a week. And then my last and one of my also most important, I have 2 business ventures that I would like to see up and running live before December 31st. So with that stated, those are my 3. I'm gonna let RJ say what his 3 90-day challenges.
Well, Kimmy, my 3 90-day challenges are, my first one is, well, I let me to tell you a little backstory about me. I picked up the guitar about 4 years ago. I played it and I got a little better, but I kind of put it down. I got a little lazy. So my challenge to myself starting October 1st will be to pick the guitar up. And I already been doing it already, but just to be consistent with it every single day for the 90 days. That's my first challenge to myself. And Kimmy Kim is going to hold me accountable. The other challenge to myself is I'm going to work out every day. And I say every day, every day. It doesn't have to be a super duper big workout, but I need to do something every single day. And that's my challenge to myself. And Kimmy's going to hold me accountable for that. My last thing is that, as a lot of you might know, that I am an R&B artist as well. I haven't put a project out in a few years. So my third and final challenge in this 90 days is to put out another project. Maybe 4, maybe a single, maybe a whole album. I don't know, but I definitely will have something completed in my 90-day challenge.
Absolutely. So we will be holding each other accountable. Sip gonna be coming on here one day next week. And he also will be saying what his 90-day challenges are. And we just hope that everybody take this as, listen, for whatever goal or whatever you want to do in your life, it is definitely achievable. If you can think about it and you can imagine it to be, then say it to be so. So with that, we're going to manifest that. RJ going to be playing the guitar. You're going to be serenading all kind of people. I know I'm going to get mine on.
You know what? For a prize, I might do something live on the show. Just might pull the guitar out. Might.
Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. This ain't what you get when you're watching anybody's show. You just like that, okay? But y'all heard what he said, and you know what Kimmy Kim does. I'm going to hold him accountable. Go ahead and pull that card out. So we hope y'all get this. We hope y'all chime in and write in, and Mitchell&Mitchell22@gmail.com if you want to email it. I know I got some Sweden fans. I love you, Ron. I love you, Yvette. I love you, Angela. I love you guys all the way internationally watching our show and playback. We on different times, but of course, if you didn't see the last show, Sip did send out a very special thank you to you guys. So I hope you did see that. Let me know that you saw that so I can let them know that you got that message. And we just appreciate it. So with everybody, come on, let me know what what you're trying to do. You're trying to lose that weight. You're trying to gain some weight. You're trying to get this new job. You're trying to do this place you want to travel to. Hell, you even trying to become a mama, or you trying to, be your first dad. Whatever it is, you just want to play and make another baby. Or hell, I get even more. We want to play like we making one, but we ain't making one. You want to, whatever you want to do. Your girl is here for it, right, RJ? Just
Yes.
pull
Yes.
up, take your sip, and talk to us about it, and we gonna talk to you
And
right.
Kimmy don't forget nothing, so you can't pull nothing past her, y'all. I promise you. And make sure that you get those things in before the first. That's
Absolutely.
how you qualify for the prize. So we're gonna reiterate that. Like,
Yeah.
send her the DMs, the messages, us the DMs, the messages. Let
Yeah.
us know so you can be qualified for
Yeah.
the prize of the 90-day challenge. All right.
Right. Right. Don't be trying to tell me that no, I did send it in though.
Hit you up in November talking about something. Nah.
I'm just doing it. No, you gonna need to come with it, and
And we need some receipts.
we need some receipts.
We
And
need
I'm
some
good for
receipts.
that.
Right.
Lord. But I want to send a shout out for everybody and anybody that know the dance kazamba and have a class, or you teach it, or you're a dance teacher. Let me know. Your girl is definitely interested in that. So we're talking about achieving goals, and it starts with, I can say, some people say, like we do the New Year's resolutions, RJ, or they say, it's just things that's going on in my life. I want to change. I want to see things different, but they don't. So what would you say? I'm just gonna, I'll let RJ and I just kind of start off. What kind of put us in a position to achieve our goals? Some people say, I just don't even, I don't do no goals. I just do what I do. You know what I'm saying? But I think you do need to hold yourself more accountable than someone else. And I think that's where the completion comes from. So with that stated, what would you say, RJ, that you can say, just even in a 9-day challenge, you putting it out there, so it's basically you manifesting it. And you saying, this is what I want to do. But you also know in order for it to happen, you got to achieve it. Do you write goals down? Some people say I write things down. Do I do a 30-day? Do I do a 90-day? Do I do a year? Everybody do, different goals. I've never been a New Year's resolution type person, but I would say what I always have done. I've always had a diary, and I've always did a daily goal. I always done a daily goal. One of my daily goals that I do, or I'll talk about my weekly goal. My weekly goal that I do is I do an inventory check of myself. So every Sunday, I just have this meditation, me and God. And I think about what I did the prior week. I think about how it was, the interaction, who I had it with, and I think about, did I absolutely do everything that is aligned with what I want to be doing, and where I want to go. And it's just me, just talking, what I'm saying, to myself, just holding myself accountable. I said I wanted to do this, but what did I do to achieve that this week? Did I do any of that? And sometimes you be like, damn, I ain't do nothing. It make you mad at yourself because you look back and say, I ain't do nothing. But holding yourself accountable, guys, truly do give you great reward and great results. So I do inventory checks, something y'all have heard me say on Sip and Spill Show all the time, relationship, careers. But it do starts with you. So what about you? What do you say are you to achieve goals?
I, what I try to do, my thing that I learned about myself to try to achieve certain goals is learn that it's not about perfection, but it's about just consistency. Perfection will come over time because sometimes we just want the perfect, we're waiting for the perfect moment, or we get down if we don't do it as good as we thought we was going to do it, or stuff is not going the
Right.
way we thought it was going to go, was supposed to go. But it's just about being consistent. And if you could show up and be consistent, and at least mark that down to like, okay, I'm gonna worry about consistency,
Mm-hmm.
let everything fall in place. That's just my method, because I know I get in my head before I even start my goals. I like to write them down. It kind of gives me some kind of sense of direction, or a destination I'm going to. And then I do the things. I write my plan after I write my goals. I write my plan to achieve my goals, which is our daily steps to get there, pretty much. And that's just how I try to break, things down. But it's not easy. You go slack. I mean, everybody does. We have hard days. We have days you don't feel like doing it. But the ultimate thing for me to achieve my goal is just to be consistent. If you can do what you said you was gonna do, how you said you was gonna do it, and when you said you was gonna do it, that's the key right there to me.
So basically, stating it, if whether you're stating it, writing it down, telling it to an accountability person, but it's actually just putting it out there and actually doing it daily to actually meet that goal. So let's talk about the challenges of it,
Mm.
because you're right. Some days we simply just don't feel like it. Some days, what about those days? What about the days that we get stuck and I don't feel like rolling out of bed? Not today. I don't feel like going, and I don't want no training, nobody talking to me, telling me something. Yeah, you need to be turning your neck this way and hold it tight. Let me tell y'all, when I was learning tango, it was one of the most hardest, I would say literally for me, the most hardest dance. I can do every dance there was, a jive, the cha-cha-cha, but tango is fast, quick, and on your feet. You got to be able to turn, and sometimes your neck hurts so bad because it looked like it can be stiff, but when we got to hold your body in place, them sharps turn, you got to be ready. So I used to really go home and really fill my tub up with ice so I can slide in and just deal with the pain and then get myself right back out and then take a hot bath. I had to. I did that for years, just trying to train my body. But it was days that I looked at my trainer and I just wanted to slap the hell out of him. This
That means he's doing a good job. That's what that means.
he'll be talking to me, say, I mean, and every time, you understand me? Every time, I don't know what the hell was going on in his life. I knew he was happy, happy, happy. So listen, they come from, you all might have heard of Fred Astaire, Arthur Murray. Well, I've been blessed to be able to dance for both of them. And they come from, especially Fred Astaire, they get their dancers, the teachers, they come from out of the country. So my teacher happened to be from Denmark, as well as my partner. Somebody they just met. They literally take a package, they be on a 6 to 8 month or sometimes a year visa to the United States. So as you're dancing, they kind of partner you up with someone that you work with and you vibe with and it works. So my teacher and my partner was from Denmark. And so their whole life in the United States is like they lit every day. They happy as hell to be here. They are. They like, soon as they wake up, I'm in the United States. Let's go. You know what I mean? And we just don't know how good we have. You know what I'm saying? So some people they just happy. And my trainer was happy every day. So he didn't give a damn that I worked, 9 to 5 and trying to rush, 45 minutes to drive an hour and 20 minutes just to get to the studio. He didn't care. He expected me there at a certain time. I was there and I was there for 2 hours. And then on the weekends, my ass need to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning because I was going to be training from 6 to 12. It is what it is. Do you want to win or do you want to lose? Which one you want to do? Put in the work, go hard, or go home. That was it. And he smiled. He did it with a smile, and that was it. He didn't even care. It was about no excuse. He didn't care. Well, I had to get my son and this and that. He didn't care about none of that. Show up. And that's why y'all hear me say all the time, people, you do need to just show up. Just like RJ, you was saying, I 100% agree. You got to show up to accomplish anything that you want out of life. You have to show up. That's the first thing. It's showing up. That is hard in itself, but do it. It doesn't matter. And then don't talk yourself out of stuff. We good at that. See, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna wait till 5. The moment you say that, shit, I'm just gonna keep on honest. The moment you say that, it ain't gonna get done. I don't know about y'all because I know if I said, well, see, I think I'm gonna go on over. Nah, if I say that, it ain't gonna get done.
You already on the BS. You already know it.
I'm already. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to do that. So we want to dismantle the things that'll stop us from achieving goals too. Stop talking yourself out of stuff and just do it. And then stop lying about it. You know what I'm saying? Like giving you justifying, you lying about something that real talk. All I have to do is just do it. That's all I really have to do. I didn't feel like it. Sip always talked about on the show, and I know y'all heard about he talked about him and Aji, as a trainer. And he said, he'd go to her and work out with her in the mornings or sometimes, or, Aji doing her own thing, she killing it, right? She working out. And then he'll go to 6 or the 7 o'clock shift. But he was like, after that, he done. That's it. Then he get with me and be like, I'm like, you want a sneaker? And he would say yes. He would eat a sneaker. Then he'd be like, see, I'm just messing up. And I'm like, look, I'm not you. I'm gonna eat the hell out of my sneaker. That was my thing. And I'm like, look, if you don't want to eat, I understand. But I ain't making you, bruh. I ain't making you do that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's something that simple he knew could throw him off. So I wanted to be, of course, I want to make sure that I'm encouraging my partner to be whatever he wanted to be, lose whatever he wanted to lose. So he said he get in there, he kill it, and then he just become trash. And once he ate that one sneaker, that was it, like down the hill. Then he just, every day he just kept on. You know what I'm saying? So I started to say, I'm gonna help him. And that's not what he wanted, that's not what he really want to do. So I said, he said, you gotta take it. No, but I bought you some I got some fruit in there. I got some cantaloupe, I got some pears. You're like, what? Now ain't no sneaker today.
You ain't gonna put that on me, huh?
Put that on me.
He was waiting. He was waiting to put it on you, though. He was waiting to be out. You was one give me the Snickers.
I'm like, nah. And then but it was crazy though because literally it was a true thing in our you all know here on the Super Spill Show we love to have our sip, our drink, and then we smoke our cigars, and then we have our snack. It's always been Snickers. That is sipping our thing. He had that, and we bought a big one where he can have one and I have one. But it was times, y'all, that I had to make sure that he didn't eat mine. So especially when I started pulling back, something, no, I ain't bought none. He's like, what you mean? So then I started buying Twizzlers. That's our thing too. And then he finds some extra candy, and it just went on. You see what I mean? Though it goes on, and then nobody was being held accountable for it. And he's sitting up talking about, well, I'm a fat ass, and I'm sitting up there talking about, well, my ass been fat, so we just wasn't making no damn sense. And if you want to lose it, you got to be on it every day. And when we cut everything out and start holding each other accountable, then the results begin. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so it's one of those things. It's just something that's that simple. One little thing can knock you off track. Just like one experience. You go to one person, and that person, you have that one experience. Do not let one experience mess you up for everything and anything you see yourself achieving. Don't let it do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all about something that just happened to me today. And I know y'all may have experienced this. And so you know how you got to get in front of your own story. I'm gonna tell it because I'm sitting up here. I can laugh about it now. Okay, I'm making myself laugh about it now. So I went in the store, guys, today. Okay, I'm thankful to make dinner. I made lasagna, and I like my wine. So I wanted my wine with my lasagna. Well, my baby might be having this juice. Okay. But anyway, I said, let me get my wine. So your girl don't look her age. So I don't care wherever I go, I'm completely carded no matter what. So I'm like, man, I come here all the time. She's like, no, I'm gonna need you to go get that card. Go get that ID. I walked in the store with just the money in my pocket. Okay. So I'm rushing to the car, run back to the car. Jay, I go give him, I go in my purse, my wallet, get my driver's license. I'm going back in. And my little $50, my last little $50. Y'all hear me? Okay. Was in my pocket, y'all. It was there. I looked at it, walk in, everything. Get in there and show her my ID. Reach in my pocket. I'm like, so look, I'm like, I know where it's at. I must have stopped it in the car. Let me go ahead. It one number of $50. So I just so happened to have that in my other pocket. Paid for it, walked on out the store, right? Got to the car, forgot all about it. My mind is on something else. So then I pull up, and I'm like, wait a minute, let me check. Looking all over the place. Gone. Okay? Gone. So I don't know who been blessed with that $50, but I said, Lord, I think you felt it. So I wouldn't be your last little change, so to speak. You know what I mean? And you like, you don't know where you go. And that didn't need to happen to me today. Trust and believe you, girl. But it did. And I said, okay, Lord, and I got two choices I can do about that. I can sit and be mad all damn day about it. Tell everybody, right? And just be mad. Or I can say, well, Lord, somebody needed it more than me, and I hope you blessed them. whoever got it. Maybe I hope it blessed the woman that was going to the store. Probably only had $5 and did not have an EBT card, and she needed to buy her child some Pampers, or she needed to get her kids something to eat. But whoever it is, they're blessed, and I'm just gonna say blessed because I have lost money before and it's been given back to me. I mean, I found people money, credit cards, everything, and I've given it all back. So, for me to lose it and I didn't find it today, it is what it is. But I still can't tell y'all that it hit different. It hurt it. It wasn't a $5 bill, y'all. It was a $50 bill. And no time. It's hard. I'm still
$5 hurt me. So I'd have been mad.
I am. I'm like, I'm trying my best. I say I'm gonna share with y'all so I can get in front of my story. That way I can try to feel a little better. But at the end of the day, it still hurts. $50 whole dollars, right? And they don't come off, right? Some people work 3-4 hours for that $50.
Yeah.
But so I hope it's blessed. That's not sometimes your blessings come 10 times overfold, but this is truly the way we look at stuff, how we can achieve our goals. It's truly the way we can see things, RJ, that change our mindset to kind of set us up for something greater later. I think it starts with us, from talking about it to writing it down to being held accountable for it. But on the other note, my lasagna gonna be fine. And
I
I
know it
still
is.
got my red wine. You heard me?
You still got the wine though, right?
Still got the wine.
Mm.
You heard me? So look, I'm gonna be sipping, okay? At the same time. Now I got something to really sip for. I'm missing my sip and I'm sipping. Lord, I might have to go to the store and get another bottle, okay? Man. So I mean, we gotta roll with it. We gotta roll with it. So guys, we're talking about achieving goals. That's what we're talking
You know what, Kimmy? I want to throw in one more thing.
about. Uh-huh.
To me, when we're talking about achieving goals, one of the best things that works for me is like the things that you don't like do it first. Like when you doing something, and I know just on our road to 90, that's
Right.
that's nice little title, on the road to 90. When we doing the road to 90, it's just like those things that we're doing that we don't really like doing every day, and we adding on and we doing our challenge. Do those things first, before we do everything else we normally do every single day. Do those things first, because I normally, when that works for me, when I'm trying to do something or want to stay consistent, I need to just probably just get that out the way. If I at least say, like I'm saying, I'm about to play guitar. If I wake up first thing in the morning and I play that the first thing in the morning,
Mhm.
the rest of the day I'll have to worry about, did I play the guitar?
That's right.
You
It's
know.
like literally, it's out the way. I would say, as we advance in life, we learn the limits of our abilities, but they are only limited because we put a cap on it.
Mm.
We have to be the one to make them be more achievable. And just like what you're saying, RJ, yes, I think you can get it out the way. You can start it. If you want to work out, just get up and get yourself ready and go and work out. Don't tell yourself no reasons why you should do it, or you're tired, you didn't get enough sleep. None of that. Just get to it. Just get to it. Just do it. Whatever you're trying to do. If you're saying that I want to start a business, then go ahead and start the business, meaning that you need an LLC, you need to be trademarked, you need to go ahead and get in dive. Don't just resource, look stuff up, and then put it to the side. No, make it happen that day, because it can happen all in one day. When Amazon started, I was a supervisor for Amazon for years, and I can tell you when Amazon started, one of the owner before he sold it said that the way him and his wife started it was in the garage. Can you believe that? A lot of times, that's where you at in your life. You either in the basement or you in the garage. Y'all hear me say when Ed and I first started, we was learning about how to do all this, and even now, we still don't got like the greatest editing, doing all kind of great things. You see what you see is what you get. We don't have all that fanciness going on. But I would say I said that we were in the basement. Then I said that we were in the garage because that means we came up from someplace to begin to start a new. And
Mm.
then, so with that stated, I feel like it's not where you start. It really isn't. And it's not what they call you. It's what you answer to. And it's where you at. You know? So if I'm calling you a low down dirty dog and you keep answering to me, then perhaps you feel you a low down dirty dog. But whose fault is that? Because I don't know about you, but I'm not going to answer to that. You are not talking to me. You know what I'm saying? That's beyond
Really?
that's beyond me. But I don't mind saying where I'm at so I can know, so I can, you know, get to where I want to be. So I know that we're, like you said, on the road to the 90-day challenge. I think you should start now putting in front of you what you want it to look like. Because we can write it all down and say that and then say, okay, I told the person I'm starting it now. But if you really start manifesting it now in your mind, on just September the 21st, you know what I'm saying? You will put yourself in that set of mindset to actually make it happen. So I think what you're saying, RJ, is the consistency, and just showing up and just saying, I'm here and I'm here for it. I want to do it. So let's break it down. Let's go to like in a career. You've been on this job for 10, 15 years, or you're ready for a raise, or you just know that, hey, I do better than John does. And I've been doing this. This is what you say. But what do it say to them on the paper? You know, the one where they can see you on the camera. They can see if your ass punching in late or not. Or is it that you calling in every week? Is that you calling in every other week? Is that you leaving early every month? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you can know your job, but how you treat your job, how you show up for your job matters. That's where the raise come in, the promotion and all that. Not that you know a job better than another person, or I know how to do it better, but how do you treat it? Same way in a relationship. You've been with this person for so many years, whether you married or you in a, as they say, common law, or you just your man or your woman. Okay, how you treat that relationship manifests how their relationship is going to consistently fall. So if you constantly know that you're hurting your mate and they're constantly on a consistently crying, don't expect them to feel or act the same. This ain't gonna happen. Things change the way you treat it. But if you're treating it like a delicate flower and you're showing love, now I'm not gonna sit here and lie and tell you that you can still be doing all that. Things can happen. And that person just selfish as hell, don't realize your worth. Well, maybe it's time for you to say bye bye. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we do. The inventory checks is powerful. Trust and believe to save yourself a lot of drama and a lot of BS. I just said that today. I had a meeting earlier today talking to somebody, and I said that the reason why I think I'm 100% drama free when it comes to certain things is because my toleration is. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I see, and y'all hear us say on the Super Spill show, gazing, that means the person is crazy or it's a situation that's crazy. And as soon as I feel that, even just a little bit, I get out of that person's way or I get out of that situation. And more importantly, I get out of my own way. Because my reaction game is strong. You know what I'm saying? My comeback is quick. So I'm gonna remove myself because hell, it's not you I don't trust. It's me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. All of a sudden, she was talking and she was just dropped. I said, what happened? I went blank. You know what I mean? So it's just like a mom protecting her cub, right? That's how we got to protect our mindset. Certain things I need to protect my area, my environment, my atmosphere, everything around me. I have to protect that. You hear Sip say this all the time. He says, and it was so funny when he first told me this, and then we said it on the show, and it makes a lot of sense. That is, you need to evolve yourself. And some people you can't be around. They're low frequency people. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. Low frequency. That's what he said. So with that said, I was like, really? So you start looking at people. And I'm not big on titles, but you do have to compartmentalize certain things in your life. And certain people kind of go in there to kind of make it make sense, especially if you contextual like my boy Sippy. So if you like that, you got to put it in blocks where it can make sense to you. So for me, I'm in a frame and I see the picture. I see there's a color blue, there's a color red. You know what I'm saying? There might be a dog there, there might be a fire station there. But to me, that's a frame with a picture in it. And I can see all those things. Whereas another person can look at the same exact picture. And the only thing they focusing on is dog pissing on the ground. That's all they see. Like you don't see the fire station behind it, how beautiful it is. You don't see that they got a whole memorial section in the back. You don't see that. All you see is the dog pissing. That's it. And so, and that's when, and the reason why I use the word dog pissing, because that's when you piss on your dreams, because your mind is not open. You close mind, and you're only looking at one part, just one. So that's low frequency people. You want to evolve yourself around people that actually is open minded and celebrate you, just like y'all hear us say all the time on the Sip and Spill show. We go where we celebrate it and not tolerate it. A lot of people will not celebrate you. They will pretend, they will act as if they are. But just remember, your vision is different than someone else. Mm-hmm. So we need to stop saying that this is what I'm doing. You sitting up breaking your whole damn dream down to a person that you feel like the straight rock with you, love you, you're doing all that pillow talk. Sometimes people, honestly, it's not about for nobody to see that but you. And you just got to do it. I pretty much like to work with a doer than a talker. That's when I'm impressed.
People do that for validation, though, Kimmi.
Yes,
yeah, they do that. They share that vision, and like you said, sometimes talkers it don't need no talk. Just show up and do it. That says better than anything you can form out of your mouth.
Yes.
See you moving. That I don't know about anybody else, but I know me personally, actions just does something. When I see somebody in action and see what they've done, that has a bigger impact than me than
So I'm gonna ask you this.
anything somebody can say.
I'm gonna ask you this because we did a show, Tip and I, and we was talking about validation, and he was saying that he wants to be validated by somebody else saying like he's a good person, love them. People want that, and this is where we were on opposite sides. I said I don't need the validation because at the end of the day, if I allow one person to validate, I'm different with multiple people, right? You do. I don't care what nobody say. You love everybody different. You just do. Like a parent would say, I love all my children the same. We don't. I don't care what nobody says. We don't. It's just different ones. I know for me and my 4 boys, I love all of them, but I do love them all differently because one might have a greater need than the other. One might be already set now. It doesn't mean that I love them any less now, but the love is different based on who they are. So with that said, one child might be so affectionate. Love you, mom, kissy, huggy. Another child, I don't want that. What's up, mom? You know what I'm saying? So I got to meet them where they at and love them where they at and make that love go back and forth the way they see it, right? But I can't look for validation. One thing I know is that I need to be able to validate myself and know that I'm loving them as the best I can. And then with constantly and consistently showing up and having those inventory checks, I know that's where I'm supposed to be doing by getting that through them. And if there's a problem, I got the platform. But you can't be validated by everybody because you love everybody differently. And some people might say, "No, you was a terrible ass man," and he might have been, but that other woman or that other man can't say that. She was a damn good ass woman to me. So how can you wait and just let one person validate you when things show up differently for different people? You know what I mean? So I don't know what you think about that, but I feel like validation, I feel like what's understood don't need to be explained. But I feel like you definitely still need to get an understanding because that's how you know. And then I just feel like if I'm sitting up waiting for everybody to literally like me, understand me, I'm gonna be waiting for a long time. You know what I mean? A long time. So it starts with me. And that's where that confidence come in, where, when, I don't care what nobody say, I feel like when you are not doing what you're supposed to do. You know it yourself. You know you could have been better to that person, or you could have been better in that situation, and you just chose to be different. But everything still routes all the way back to you. It is absolutely still your choice.
Do you think people seeking validation has something to do with them not being on top of what they're supposed to be on top of? That's why they probably seeking outside validation because they don't feel confident because they're not doing the things that if they would move in the way they probably in their mind and they know they should move, they probably wouldn't need a validation. I've been in both sides. So I've been in the point that I thought I needed validation. And then I been in a point that I know that I was making the decision for me, and I didn't need a validation for anybody.
Mhm.
It's for me. You
Right.
know, I mean, I got there, I got there late in life, but for majority of my life, I always thought I needed validation. Then when I realized that, okay, I'm making this choice, it's my choice.
Right.
It's my choice. I got to live with it. And if it's not right, guess who got to fix it? I do. So why am I talking to anybody else about something that I got to do?
Right.
I need to be talking to myself about it. I don't got to talk to anybody else because they don't have to deal with it.
They don't. And so that's why, okay, so this might sound crazy, but this is something that I wrote a while ago, or something that came to my mind. And it makes sense, but I'm going to say it slow, so I hope y'all can pick it up. To know is to know that you know nothing. That is the meaning of true knowledge. So I'm going to say that again. To know is to know that you know nothing. That is the meaning of true
Mm, 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 mm.
knowledge. Now, I'm going to say, and toot my own horn and say, to me, that's false. Because I realized going through my career that I don't have to know nothing. I know that. Like, I don't know. I know that I don't know everything. But that's where my true knowledge lies, that I know that. And I don't got to be the smartest person, in the room. But I damn sure know I'm going to be surrounded by smart people. That's what a true knowledge is. So for me, you're absolutely correct. Like I can seek validation. Am I doing a good job? Is it good? It's okay. Like we're gonna do that, especially to the ones we love, our family members, our children, our spouses, our man and woman. You do want to make sure if that part of the validation is good. But your overall characteristic of who you are and just constantly, consistently, everybody you meet, you want to hear them say they like you. Everybody you meet, you want to see. No, as we came on the show earlier, we said it's a good show. We like to ruffle feathers. We like to talk about things we don't like to talk about. Well, I like to get your ass uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. So you can get comfortable. You got to shake patterns up. I feel like too many things are staying the same, and that's what I call survival mode. When people get mad about all these changes, this and that, because they used to, I survived that, this one I'm at, I ain't got to do nothing else. No, we are constantly evolving, just like the earth is constantly turning. We are constantly evolving. And yes, it is something to wrap your head around because you want to get to a place where, like, okay, I'm cool. Foundation, I'm good, you know. And I get it, but you got to shake some things up to get to that point to where you can be okay. You gotta shake some stuff up. I can't evolve like I can't stay the same like this. I can't be the same Kimmy Kim in 2022 for 2023. But what I can do is I can package up 2022 and lay out all the lessons that I learned. And in 2023, just kill the game. Because I ain't gonna do that no more. You know what I'm saying? That's what you can do. It's a whole bunch of new experiences and new awareness is waiting for me in 2023.
You
But
know what? Even I just feel like even when you don't want to change, you're going to change. Change is going to happen. So you can either do it and be progressive about it and do it for your benefit, or it could change. Life can change for you, and it will happen on a just more of a decline. I would say versus an incline. So I mean, either way, when you just not doing anything, you trying to be the same, you still ain't gonna be the same. It's still gonna be changes going on. So you might as well, like you said, evolve.
yeah. So how about this? When when we say that, we say change is gonna happen no matter what. You're
Mhm.
gonna change and grow, or you're gonna change and complain because the change is happening. You know what I mean?
Period.
And the involvement is a benefit to you. If you're driving forward, you can't see what's ahead of you if you constantly keep looking back. You just can't. Another thing that I like to go back into my little archives, and I'm always having some notes, RJ. That's just me. But I want to give this something I read by Paul Bronson, and it was something to similar to there is. Let me see. Let me see how we. Oh, I think let me. I have this because this is something that I kind of feel like fit this moment. There's nothing more genuine than breaking away from the chorus to learn the sound of your own voice. So that means that everybody's talking, right? And you in a chorus and y'all, music, y'all in harmony. But it's nothing wrong with breaking away from it so you can actually hear it. Are you an alto? Are you a soprano? How is it working just for you? And I think sometimes that's what we need to do in our lives. Sometimes we need to break away for the everyday to see what's awaiting us. We can't do that if we still holding on. That's why
Some-
none of your goals.
Sometimes you don't know if you off key. You know, you want to be using the analogy of singing. Sometimes you won't even know you're off key if you sing with a bunch of folks. It takes you to break away to
Right,
see where you stand.
right. And you know that song playing, like you said, you playing Teddy Pendergrass, and you in the house and your music on, and to you, you think you sound like him.
Right. You singing along with them, but then when you break away from it, then the
Right
truth
from the
comes out,
music
huh?
song, you like, that's how I sound. Let me turn it back on because that's how I'm sounding. And that's crazy, but so true. But you still need to hear the sound of your voice, even though how crazy it is. You need to hear the sound of your voice because that's where your power truly lies.
Mm.
And in achieving anything that you want to achieve, I just want everybody to know that it truly starts. Goals can be set, but they damn sure can be made, but it still starts. You have to get up and say, I'm going to be consistent and I'm going to endure. There's going to be pain. There's going to be challenges going along the way to tell you don't do it, whispering in that one side of your head, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, but do it. Just like RJ said, get up and do it anyway. I want
Any
to elaborate on a young lady that called in, left me a message and said this to me. She said, I need to be able to explain this to my people. She said, I like what you do, but I think you do it too long. And then she said, I like that you do it long, but basically, I feel damn near like it's wrong. So, with that said, we like, okay, y'all all pause and trying to think what she's talking about. So, basically, she's saying that she loved the intimacy between her and her guy, but she feels like he goes somewhere else when he's doing it too long. She feels like he's not focused on her. And she just feel like she wish she would do it in a way that she can feel it because she's at the point where she's damn near faking it. Dang. So with that said, and she don't want to do it, how do you tell your mate that you basically not satisfied? So we want to go ahead and talk to y'all about October 15th. RJ has gladly told me that Sweetest Day is coming up.
yes,
RJ
yes.
has officially made it a name. I'm gonna let him tell y'all the Sweetest Day, ladies, is coming up. It's for the men, but he wants y'all to know this piece. And what's that, RJ?
This piece, number one, don't act like y'all forget when Sweetest Day come up. It's October 15th. That's number one. And number two is Sweetest Day, aka No Draws Day.
No draws day. Do you understand? So I'm just saying, ladies, at 12 o'clock, October 15th, there is no reason for you to have draws all day. So we want to make sure that y'all know that it's about the men. So we wanted to share her story so we can help her get ready for that day because he's definitely going to be looking for her to show up and show out. I mean, so after all, people, he belonged to her and she belonged to him, right? That's what you say when you're in that type of relationship. So with that said, we were trying to say how we can say. So I'm going to say that delivery is everything. So RJ, you had said we talked about the way a woman tell her man what she wants. Now, if you got your attitude and you pointing your finger and you saying you're doing all this and that, half of the time, if he's sitting there listening, you think he's paying attention to you, ladies, he's not. Thinking about who he finna meet on the basketball court, what time the damn game come on, do he gotta be in the studio, what he wearing for work tomorrow, what he gotta do for the job tomorrow. Damn, I'm glad when she gets to talking so I can get my ass to sleep. I'm sick of this shit. All she do is run her mouth. These are the things that's running through that man's mind. If
Yes.
he's looking everywhere and anywhere and not at you, he's not listening. And then when you say, you heard what I said, Why you ain't saying nothing, RJ? Why you talking? What's up with you? And he come back, I heard what you said, baby. I heard what you said. What I say then? And listen, this our cold men have come. They come so used to what, because we say the same thing. He can tell you everything you say. Because you know why? He has memorized it because you say the same thing.
Mm.
That's why he can tell you what he said. And you be thinking like, okay, he heard it. No, he didn't. He
Just
didn't
repeated it 40 times. So
say it.
you
So
tuned it out the other 38 times and remember what you said the first two times.
it's a goddamn lullaby at this point. You already know how it's gonna start and end, okay? Oh, she finishing now. Damn, okay, there go the chorus. You hear what I said. So at the end of the day, your delivery is powerful. You can attract 100 with bees, people. And I'm just saying that you want to make sure that you put out there what you're trying to him to grasp, what you want to put out, and you want him to pick up what you put down. Then it's a way you got to say it. It's the honest to God truth. And the same thing with men. You can't just tell your woman you want this and that and the other. I want some ass. I want you to borrow me just a little bit of ass. I want you to say nothing. And I want some cologne for sweet as that. She gonna look at you and be like, okay, all right. I'm gonna show you what you gonna get. She'll send you a picture of a piece of ass and some damn room spray.
A donkey, had a picture of a donkey or something in the jerk or something like
And she'll be like, that's
that.
what you asked for. And what you gonna say? Nothing. So we need to be careful about the way we deliver the message about what we want. Be intention. Be intentional and purposeful with what you want from somebody. And make sure they do understand. Just like you want an apology, just like you want somebody to say, I'm sorry. To me, this is where I get where I feel like I have shared with you what bothered me, what hurt me. And I make sure I say it in detail. But Kimmy Kim is not the type of woman that likes to repeat this. Because I feel like once something happened, it doesn't keep happening unless we're bringing it, unless we're making it happen. So if something happened in 2020, we had a big old argument, you threw me to the floor, I got back up, 9 out of 10, I don't know about y'all, but makeup sucks off the chain. And we did that and everything good, right? And now it's 2023. And you forgot all about what we did at the end part. All you keep talking about is what I said at the beginning part of that. And in my mind, I'm trying to figure out, so what the hell was that? Because I got a great memory of it. Like it started off, and then it ended at, and so what was that though? So that's how the mind of a man thinks. We are two different ways of the way we look at things. However, meeting a person where they at, and y'all hear me say this all the time, that's where that starts from. Like, why is we talking about something that happened? I'm big on this. Sip and I know I am very big on. If we had a conversation, knock down, drag out conversation, I'm not talking to you about that no more. Let me listen, get it all out now. And if we have to revisit it, this is the way we're gonna revisit it. Okay, so listen. You remember when that happened? When we we went through that, and you say, yeah, okay, because you already got the defense mechanism. Like, I know we're not going to go back. Listen, no, I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to talk about that. But I just want to bring up a point. It's something that I missed that I want to share with you about that, how it made me feel. And I was just thinking perhaps if you could do it this way, or it'll hit me better, I can understand. Oh, okay, babe, I got you. You see how the delivery made a big difference? Or if I do like this. See that shit you did last year, RJ, when your ass did that and we was talking about it, and I told you already. But see, if you knew how to talk to me like a real man would, we wouldn't have this fight. See, you look. Okay.
Yeah,
I got
absolutely.
you. I got you. Delivery is everything, women. I'm gonna tell you. I know that. I know that with every male friend I've ever had, the number one thing, they all say in unison. You hear me? They can't stand a woman running her mouth and it's loud to the point to where they feel like that she don't hear a damn thing he says. Now, do they be right? Hell no. But we still got to put the velvet gloves on them because they're not built like us. We're nurturers. We're understanding. We can put that velvet, loving mother, hug around them instantly. Guys don't feel the emotions that we feel. They just don't. That's why when we do something to them that they may have done to them. It just hit different. It's just the way it is, you know. Take it up with God. That's the way,
Where
you
we
know.
wired.
And I don't fight it because I'm gonna tell you something. Being a mother of 4 sons and being able to be in the house with them and their dad, and my boy's grown out, but I can tell you, I couldn't do the crying. And there was times I did because I'd be so upset. They just didn't understand my emotion. When I tell you, all 4 set of eyes was looking at me like, "What's wrong with you? Ma? Are you okay?" And then if I did show emotion, where I began to cry, it'll make them cry because they didn't understand. Like to them, it's like something's wrong with my mom, like literally, physically wrong with me. So I learned to meet my men where they were, and I checked my emotions. That was very difficult as a woman because sometimes I needed to have the Cinderella story. Sometimes I wanted to just do the girly thing, and and they'd be like, "Mom, I'm not watching no Ariel." you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't have that. So God said, "This is what I needed to be, folks, and this is how He made me to be." But and He blessed me with some little girls in my life, my granddaughters. Thank God for my sons giving me a daughter. So in that retrospect, that's how I got to be like, okay. But that's when I could get to share my emotion. Now it's hard because I didn't have I'm not used to that. But a little girl for me, I was spoiled the hell out of her, every last one of them because that's something I didn't have. You know what I'm saying? So my granddaughters, all 3 of them, I spoiled. Because on my end, it's like little mini me's of me. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. And they gonna be bad. Lord have mercy, help them. Pray for them now. My son in trouble because with they type of Nema, I'm a Nema, y'all, not a grandma. I see Nema, they gonna hear some things early. Okay, so ain't nobody running no game.
Set them up already.
I'm setting them up. Like, look at this. How you going, okay, already. Just all I can do is just feed it to them because truly the game don't change. It's the same shit. It's just a different toilet, RJ. You know what I mean? That's what I say. It's the same thing. And I love when the Gen X generation I'm smart. I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, it is. But you can't get put to sleep quick. You know what I'm saying? You can get put to sleep. Don't make no mistake about it. You can get put to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. But it is, I love one thing about Sip and I, we say this all the time. We love to talk to older people because they teach us a lot of things. I've learned a lot of wisdom from a lot of people. I really have. And I think that helps me. And with the way I deal with my life now, I'm not afraid of that. I'm not, and I embrace young people. I want y'all to basically embrace the older race, or the older people, period, because they can teach you something. So don't get to the point to where you feel like you can't learn nothing. Don't get like that. Because I'm never at a point where I'm ever comfortable or complacent, RJ, that I can't talk. I have a overwhelming need to want to learn all the time. I really do. I always want to be taught. That's where my variety kicks in. So I like to learn from all aspects. You know what I'm saying? You can't just tell me, well, so you put the screw there and then you turn it and then it's tight. I want to know where the hole came from to make the screw go in there in the first place and how far do it go? That's me. So my resourcefulness picks up on how I do business when I'm talking and what I'm sharing with someone. I've learned that makes a big difference when you meet someone where they at to get your message across. But if you want something from your mate, you got to know when to give it to them. Now, some people would say this, RJ. You probably heard this before. They say, you get whatever you want. Just tell them after and during sex. He's going to say, you can get whatever you want. Because that's when he's at his best moment. Just tell him, girl, babe, I need $500 so I can go and get my nails done and give me a purse. And it is okay, babe. Just go ahead and get it. That might work for some. What about that brother that you tell you, you got no damn $500? What the hell, girl? We gotta pay. We gotta pay mortgage. We ain't gotta do all that. What you mean? Now, I mean, we can work on it. We can save a little bit every week. So it's like, which one you want to work with? What I'm saying? That's what I mean when I say get in the ring. Y'all heard me talk about that too. Ed and I talked about, Sip and I talked about being on the show, RJ, and we were saying get in the ring. You want to get somebody in the ring with you that gives you solidarity. So with that said, we talking about achieving your goals. It's all about the delivery. I'm telling this anonymous young lady the way she needs to tell him. She needs to harp on the fact of the things that he do right.
Mm.
She needs to share with him that first, and she needs to tell him what she loved about him that he do. That what the other things that she needs is not something that's debilitating to him at all. It's something that she would like to increase upon and make her feel that way. And I guarantee you, sis, he's gonna want to do it simply on the fact that he loves you. But he can't fix nothing that he don't even notice. And I know we want our men sometimes to have this, but he should know me by now. He should. No, they can live with you for years and don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you constantly learning people. I mean, it's no time limit on learning somebody because people constantly grow and
Yes,
constantly evolve. So,
and
and
constantly.
they're learning each other. I mean, you learning yourself. So
Yep.
that should give that away. Like you constantly learning yourself the older you get. So
Right.
it's never an end to learning somebody.
And do you think like being in long-term relationships, okay, the people change on a consistent basis? It's just what we do. We change. And I think that's a challenge. Growing with the person changes as well as you're changing as well. You know? So it kind of puts you in a place like, damn, you know, he don't do that no more. But sometimes they just, like a woman, she don't do that no more. She ain't, what I'm saying? She still gotta keep herself looking good. She can just gave you twins or she, what I'm saying, she breastfeeding all day, she, at home, she tired and she cleaning up and it's a job. Though one of the most hardest jobs is being a mom, being a parent, period. It's hard. It's rewarding, but it's still hard. Very hard for that reward. And it's a constant and consistent thing you gotta work at. But I just feel like if we kind of put ourselves in that other person, position just for a little bit, to kind of see how their mindset may be thinking, it truly can help you understand that better. But don't start the conversation off ever this way. This is what you used to do. You don't. Just don't start with you. Period. You gotta say, see, I want you to know This is what and I'm requesting. I'm asking, can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? You see what I'm saying? You put it on you because nobody wants to hear about something they've fallen short of. Especially when they think they're killing the game that they make. And it's like you just get crushed. You're like, what? So all this time I thought. So you don't want to bust the ego like that. You don't want to break them down like that. You simply don't want to do that.
What
So
if they're repeatedly doing the thing that you talking about? Should it goes to crushing the ego and going more blunt, or you know, just to
huh?
throw that out there?
Okay, now say that again, RJ. You saying what if they what now?
What if you told them that and you're not getting the result you wanted, or they're not making no kind of immediate change? Do your message get harsher over time, or how do you figure that out?
So a boundary, a set boundary, and it's all in a matter of how that person values, and it's gonna show. Because if I love and care about my person, I'm gonna make it my business to show them back in a way that whatever they told me that they have a problem, an issue, or concern with me, they need to feel that I care about them. Now, don't be coming home on a Tuesday expecting to be 100 on Wednesday. But the process should be consistent. The change should be inevitable, and the pursuit of it all should not have to be spoken again. It's just that person. If I value you, I'm going to do what's required. Just that simple. There's no other excuse about it. If I value you, I'm going to respect you in a way to give you what you need. Because if you told me the only words, I don't know about you, the only word ever that any lover don't want to hear is that hurt. So if I say, babe, that hurt, and you constantly, consistently do the same thing, you don't give a damn about hurt. Because I told you that hurt. So you love me, I don't want to hurt you. So you just ain't going to do that. Now, are you going to give me what I want? What if you at the point where that's not something you feel that you can do right now? You might say, I don't want to. But real talk, I don't see what you're saying you want me to do. And she said, well, I told you this and that. Well, you can't fight with self. And I don't feel that. I mean, I love you, but that don't mean you love you enough to do that. Just simple as that, because that's not where he at. So that's where we hit a crossroad argument. Because I think most men and most people in relationships, it's just easier to tell that person yes. And I'll do that. It's easier. And it kind of calms the storm down what's happening at the moment. But if you repeatedly keep doing it, you never understood in the first place that it hurt. You gotta be able to understand that it hurt in the first place. That's why I said I take my time for my delivery game to be on point. I'm not just gonna pull up at your crib with a pizza and it's all messed up. No, you're gonna get you want deep crust. Okay, you want to burn around the edges. You want to cut by squares and not triangles. I got you. I'm gonna make sure that delivery is on point, on time, fresh and hot and ready to go. You cannot say you missed nothing. What I put down, I'm gonna make sure you saw it so you know exactly how to pick it up. Now, what you do after that is entirely up to you. That's not on me. But I want to be able to say before I walk away. So were you satisfied? Just like a consumer say, was you satisfied? They like the little feedback, the little survey, all that. Were you satisfied? And once you say, yeah, I'm satisfied, then they feel like their job is done, right? Well, it's the same way in a relationship. After we done talked about it, detail, we done spent 4 or 5 hours. We done cried, snot nose cried, and made up all that. And then a week later, you back to it, and I'm feeling the same thing.
Yeah.
You gotta say, I told you I don't. And I don't know about you, but I got to the point in a relationship that I no longer had that voice. I didn't want to do that. I never wanted to be a bitter black woman. That was always been my thing. Like I just never wanted to be always complaining and hollering and all. Every time I saw that, I cringed. That wasn't me. Can I get mad? Hell yeah. Can I say what I say? But I meant to say what I mean what I say. Oh, you're gonna pick it up. And I'm telling you, ladies, it's powerful. When we keep doing that, you just keep running your mouth. I don't know about y'all, but I always hated that. Who are you talking to? It's just like saying, I need you to calm down. Who is you talking to? Women don't like that, right? Or when a man call him a beast. What? Who are you talking to? I don't understand it, but yet women call each other beast. I ain't having that's still fighting words. Okay? It's just like you said, your mama, and I don't even know what the hell that means. But as soon as you say it, everybody want to tell, you talking about my mama? But they just said your mama. They not saying that. It just don't make no sense.
Right. It made no sense.
Right? But I used to, and everybody used to crack up laughing at me because I remember a young lady said that to me. She was like, your mama. And I was like, what about her? And they were like, oh my gosh, she said your mama. She said your mama. And I'm like, what about my mom? I didn't get it. I didn't get the memo, y'all. I was never mad about that. Still ain't to this day. It just don't
You
make
was
no
asking people what about, and everybody else was knocking people's heads off, and you was like,
sense.
what happened to my mom? I mean, what she do? Like, what?
And I even told my children, somebody said your mama, don't get mad. My boys be like, why you what you mean, mom? I said,
Yeah.
why is it fighting word? They ain't said nothing. Now if they say something about me, that's different. But if you just say, yo, mama, what about my mama? She's doing fine. Yeah, she's doing okay. She just went to the store. That's me. The shit needs to make sense, RJ. I'm not getting mad and frowning for no reason. Getting myself in all type of trouble. It needs to make sense. That's why I'm saying delivery got to be on point. And I hear I'm picking up what you're putting down, RJ. You're saying that you need that woman to be able to tell you, we don't want to hurt y'all men through those because our words is powerful, ladies. We can say some things that, you want to snatch that wig back and off, by what you say out your mouth. So what we pour into one another is powerful. And I can definitely say on the Sip and Spill show throughout the 2022, that was the number one thing, a goal that Ed and I had set Sip and I, and that is we were gonna pour into each other things that make each other grow. And even when shit got uncomfortable, we were gonna get damn right uncomfortable to get comfortable. And it don't matter. You could be crying your butt off. It didn't matter. It, okay. You want some tissue? Okay. That's it. That's it. You done? I mean, I promise y'all have no idea the conversations, knockout conversations. I'm like, damn, you fucking me up with that. Boom, really? What? Oh, really? Oh, wow. Y'all see that on TikTok. I'm quite sure the words that somebody can say just knocking you all over the place. But you gotta get, the point is that I need you in the ring though. If you're in the ring with me, then we solid. You know what I mean? It's when you get out the ring is when we're not.
Now, Kimmy, I experienced a couple of different things.
Okay.
Now, we're talking from a point of view of the woman that may be a little reckless with the talking, right? And a lot of guys can understand that. But then there's also women who will shut down. This is personality. It's just like a guy. If they feel like, you know, it's something getting intense, then they don't want to really communicate. And then there's no fixing what the issue is if we both not communicating. So I dealt with a woman talking reckless and woo woo and fussing and ramming something down your throat. Then I went something total opposite of you barely don't want to, like, when you mad. Not saying they won't speak on it at all, but if it's getting intense, it's like it'll break down. Like, just forget it. Just be mad. And it's like we're not gonna fix anything like that either. So it is a happy medium with that.
Okay. So the women that shut down, that is a hard nut to crack sometimes. Because most women ain't shut down. They just not. But this is where I say at the beginning, and I can say this at the beginning because it can help somebody that, at the very beginning, um, I can say that you want to kind of look out for before you get in a relationship, and that is learn your woman. A lot of women have abandonment issues that will make you shut down, and that is their makeup, especially if they haven't been taught any other way. If they saw their mother just shutting up and taking whatever was said to them and they just kind of go through life like that, that's just what. And and that kind of really just drives me nuts, because the man feel like, well, damn, like I don't know what to do. She was all bubbly when I met her, then all of a sudden she shut down. She don't say nothing. So I really don't know what's going on. And it drives y'all just as crazy as a woman when she's talking to her man and he don't say anything. He just don't say anything. But he can go and talk to his guy or his girl or his friend or whatever. And then be like, that, really? You know? So shutting down, I say, RJ, is one of the hardest ones because the prying of them, the more you push them, the more they shut down. Now, it's two-part fold to that because you can be a woman that talks, she explains, she comes out with things, and then she get hurt so much by you, then she shut down. So she could be a twofold. Because I say this all the time. I say this on the show, and I'll say it again. And there's many times at different times with Tip and I, we will have this conversation about different people dealing with. And I would say, the man truly controls the temperature. You can make it hot as hell in here. You can make it cold as hell. It's entirely up to you. Because that's the one thing. Women love to say, I got it, I don't need a man, I'm blah, 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 this and that. Okay, girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm damn how old I am. It ain't nothing like sitting on my feet. Absolutely nothing like it. It's just nothing like it. Because that's the way we built. So with that stated, you still have to find a way to meet her where she's at. And most of people don't want to talk about therapy. I push therapy all the time. Life coach, a good friend. I push that because some things are bigger than the both of you. And if shutting down has taken place, then that can't happen. I mean, it's just a hard enough question that we don't want to say to each other, but it's like, so what do you want to do? Because this ain't working for you. Because just because you're not talking to me don't mean you ain't doing it. Just because she's not saying nothing to you don't mean she's not doing it. It doesn't mean she's always running her mouth with somebody else. It's not the truth that, a woman need another man to help her do this. I am a definitely I can testify. When I went through what I decided it was just going to be me, God, and celibacy. That's what I did. I needed him to fix me and work on me. Because I don't want to do the thing with blame. A lot of times we get in a relationship, we blame the other person. It takes two. Now, the other person might have done something, but it's some things still that I should have done differently to give me a better outcome. Shut down is one of them. I would rather you say, I don't know how to talk to you. I don't even know how to explain it. I just don't know. Some women can get in the bed with you, make love to you, everything, tie your butt up. I know she does. You know what I'm saying? And don't feel a thing. Not the way you think. Strictly acting out of obligation. We strong in it. A lot of men don't realize it. But you want your woman loving you. How you know that she's loving you? Her ass is singing, humming, and smiling for just no damn reason at all. Now, if you coming home and you seeing her doing all that, you know damn well you did that. I mean, I'm
Right.
just upset to let that sit. You know that ain't come from me. I'm just saying. So to be on your game and to know that your game is absolutely on point, you have to say the hard question. What are we doing? Because this can't continue. Say, we gotta be able to talk to somebody. I understand you might not be, but we gotta talk to somebody. We gotta find out how to do this. I don't want to live my life like this. For the rest of that, this is what you call a time waster. We let months and months go by. I know people that have lived in the same house for months. And I remember I used to be like, I just don't understand this. Excuse me. What is all that? Like, you just walking by each other. I'm over here, you over there, sleeping in the same bed. Make sure you're tucking the sheet, up under that cheek so it don't,
Yeah.
make sure the leg don't touch yours. Really? It's a lot of effort to stay mad. I don't care what about you. Put more effort in staying mad than being ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. I totally believe that. It's
And
just,
it's a waste of time.
but some people want to stay mad, and I realize that even just dealing with people, it is beyond just like
Right.
just even friends. You have some people that want to stay mad. Like you try to talk to them, like, okay, what's the solution? Oh, that's mad. It's like, okay, well, you try to bring everything to make it full circle. And it's like they want. I'll just okay. You want to be mad.
You want
So it's like I'm gonna let you be where you want to be.
right.
You
And
know.
you say that question, people say, why would people say I just want to be mad? I don't want to be mad. But you're mad. But how long you gonna be mad? Because I saw you yesterday with the same frown and the same expression and the same words. Today, damn it, it's 2 weeks later and you still got the same thing. You still mad. Ain't a damn thing nobody gonna be able to do about that move but you. That's why I said you change your mindset, people, then you change your outcome. Absolutely. You change your mindset, you change your life. That's me. Sorry about that. So with that said, I think a lot of people don't realize that, but it starts with knowing what kind of person you're dealing and talking with. Shutting down is not the answer. There's nothing wrong with therapy of any kind whatsoever. It can definitely change the game in your life. And if it's not so much as just sitting across somebody you don't know, but that's why coaches was born. Hell, I'm one of them. And I'm just saying, it needs to happen. It needs to happen at some point. Because if you keep letting the time steal your time, having a time thief situation, by being in a situation and it keeps happening and you're not doing nothing about it, we're wasting time. What are we doing? I don't know about you, but getting with somebody and being committed with somebody and having and that type of intimacy with somebody, I'm doing that because I literally want to have the best experience of my life. I want you to come in my life and enhance it, not just take control of it. and
Who,
just have me sitting there. That's the case. I could have stayed by my damn self.
yeah, right. Who needs help being miserable?
So listen, as
Nobody.
I told y'all, my lasagna gonna be fine. So that's what y'all hear beat then. I'll be right back.
But yeah, just like Kimmy says, it definitely, you don't want to stay mad. You definitely want to get some kind of resolve in whatever situation it is. Um, so just you can't grow from it. You can't build on it. You can't do anything if you're not communicating. That starts number one. And I know guys, that's normally guys, what we do, we normally shut down a lot. A lot of times we do that, we caught up or something, or you feel like if you're lying or something, or if your woman or partner or whatever, they're complaining too much or they're beating you over the head with the same thing, we tend to shut down. And that really doesn't, you still got to deal with the situation. So you shutting down ain't really helping you at all. It's just prolonging something that I feel that could get solved or resolved easily, you know. So Kimmy, I was just talking about just my take on just when people shutting down, like it's not really helping anything. It's just prolonging the process, the healing process, to finding a solution is just prolonging that. It's not helping one bit. I don't feel that. And guys do it as well as women. So I was just speaking to the fellas of just saying on both sides that people do that, and it's not really, they're doing it whether they don't want to hear it, or it's like you're not escaping the problem. If it's a problem, it has to get addressed one way or another. It ain't gonna go nowhere.
Absolutely.
So
I agree though. I agree. It's not gonna go nowhere. So that's the women that shut down. But what about the women they don't shut down? They constantly and consistently talking all the time. They ain't truly listening when you're talking all the time. Am I right?
yeah, that's another thing. Some women talk for a rebuttal, not to get an understanding. They're not listening to you to understand what you're saying. They listen to you to respond. And I mean, I don't mean to say women like that. People do that because it's guys like that as well.
Men do
You
that.
know.
I have said this to my son. I said, you listen enough just to react. You hear one word, you ain't hear no other part, and you miss a lot of stuff. So you do gotta listen. Now I'm gonna say this about myself, which I feel like I have gotten 100% better at, especially being Sip's friend. Meaning that, and even on a show like that, we were just laughing earlier, and I said that Sip said, make sure that I am pausing enough to let RJ speak. I'm extremely passionate about when I'm talking about stuff. However, I definitely not want to, ever over talk anybody and don't want them to, and be able to hear what they say. But my power of engagement is very strong, which can come off aggressive, and a little taken back. But honest to God, I'm truly sweet as pie. If you got me in your life, you definitely got to win. You've already won, Jack. Accent, pure tell you. I would say that I wanted to learn the power of listening. I mean, I'm talking about it's different when we talking like we talking now. This is engagement, okay? But if you call me up and most of the guys that's in my Black Young Men charity know this. You call me up and you just want me to, talk about your problems, or you just want me to listen, about your problems, brother. Period. I have learned the power of listening. It's given me so much strength to listen. And ladies, I'm going to speak directly to the ladies because I'm a woman, so this is what I do. There's power in listening because when we truly love you guys, RJ, we listen to the things you don't say, not what you say. And I that right there, I got that on my. And I think that's where you can stand apart. I can hear somebody talking to someone else, and I can hear everything that he's not saying, and then have the moment to talk to him. That was all the things he was saying. That came from listening. So although I might have a strong opinion about something and I'm passionate about talking, I still have to listen. That's it. That's all. And when you learn to care about somebody, that creates that type of lack. When I was sick, it's a true story. I was sick in April, and come to find out, guys, no, I never had a stroke, none of that, but I did have a terrible, terrible pinched nerve that causes where you can be paralyzed intermittently. And so in my case, that's what happened. And I had a pinched nerve that I've been dealing with for 2 weeks, 2 months. And it could have came from me dancing. Tango. Things happen. But with that state, I don't even know how. But during that process, SIP had to take care of me. And SIP and who I call Aji, my Aji Angel. Being there with them, I had taken care of. It was crazy, right? And they was like, you going to the hospital? And it's so funny. Sitting there in the hospital, guys, we laughed and laughed. I couldn't move. Y'all don't understand. I could not. But we laughed. And people and the doctors walking in, and they was like, it's just crazy how your mindset is. Because I was like, hey, doc, like, I can't feel. But ain't nothing wrong with my head. You know what I'm saying? So to get through what I was going through, we talked about everything. And we laughed. So I got home, and I couldn't move, and I had to, they had to basically take care of me. I was in y'all mom's chair. It's such a blessing, RJ, and that it was even there for me. It helped me get back to where I'm at today. And I remember basically Sif said, forget it, I'm going to be her physical therapist. Because we have been waiting, we was going through so much stuff, just waiting for them. They kept saying they were sending people out, pain. It was crazy. And so Sif just said, forget it. So he just made up his own little regimen. And every day, he just started training. And I'm talking about I would be snot nose crying, hurt. And every morning, I'd get up, she'd be like, listen to him, Kimmy. Listen to him. He gonna get you back right. And I'm looking at her like, shut the hell up. It's hurt. And that's it. That's all she would say. You're gonna be okay, baby. That's the only love I got. Because Sip didn't give a damn. He didn't care about no tears. He just give me the tissue. Matter of fact, he'll wipe her face. You understand me? Okay, you ready? Take a break. Go ahead, 5 seconds. You ready? Okay. That was it. I didn't get a chance. You understand me?
He let you sit in that thing. He didn't let you sit there.
I'm not going to let you do that. So that's how adamant we got to be. We in a situation we can laugh through it, but we still got to get to it. And that's why I say we got to grow through life, not just get through life. And we got to get rid of old ways. To me, that's what grows things. So by me sitting there, he wasn't going to let me sit there. They weren't going to let me just sit there and just let my life pass me by and not fight to feel again. Because everything was completely unknown, right? So same way in your relationship, your marriage, it's unknown what the outcome can be. But you're not going to know unless you try. So they got in the ring with me, people. You understand what I'm saying? And even when I didn't know I didn't know what I needed. All I knew was I asked one thing. They was like, you're not going home. You're coming home. That's all they kept saying. And Sip had put it down like this was my. I said, no, I'm not. I'm going home. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Ain't nobody finna take care of me. This me. You know what I'm saying? Thinking I'm the old person. I can just do stuff. Couldn't do jack. Okay? When I tell you, I just have to get in my face. Couldn't do nothing. When you can't do nothing, I mean, when you can't wipe your own tail, you understand? I'm keeping it all the way 100 to reach somebody. I ain't got to reach a lot, but one. When I say that woman had to come in there and handle me and say, this is what we're doing. And that's it. You understand? From combing my hair to changing my drawers to cleaning my ass, it was done. That was it. So with that type of love of just knowing somebody, sometimes it doesn't make sense. You can say blood is thicker than water. That's why I say don't mess with my family. You understand? Because that's what separates a relative or a family or a friend. You understand what I'm saying? So if we together, we in this relationship, we can't be letting some fugazi stuff that happen. Okay, like I say, people, I know y'all get mad, especially women. Y'all don't like when I say this, but it's true. Cheating is not a crime, people. Now, it's devastating in your relationship and the trust and all that is gone. But you can't kill him for cheating. You can't. And all that madness and vindictiveness and stuff, he still is not going to unfuck who he fucked. I'm just keeping it 100. He can't. And and neither can she. You strangling the hell out of her or putting her to sleep over a conversation or a text ain't gonna change nothing. Matter of fact, it damn near make her want her more because you mad and she got you. Boom, mad. I know how to get him mad. I'm saying vindictiveness goes such a long way. And you know what? I'm just gonna let you have that. Because to me, the coldest woman and man in the game is leave you where you stand. I ain't finna engage in that. I'm too proud. I ain't engaging in that. I've been
So
told.
much It's so much power in that people don't even understand.
I promise you, I don't know how many times I'll be like, oh, okay. Oh, that's promise to God, I have walked away. You understand me? Because certain things don't need our reaction all the time. You don't need to react every time something happens. People, everybody feel like, the new way somebody say something to me, because I ain't no punk. We got that on us. I ain't no punk. I ain't this and that. Listen, you're not no punk. But if you stoop to somebody's level to put you in a position to where it can mess you up and your rep up, then now you're a punk. Everything, you know what? You okay? What you gonna do with a pocket knife and I got a gun? Let's just decipher. By the time you pull it out, you know what I'm saying? I didn't put you to sleep, right?
Yeah.
But some people scared. And oh my God, he got my knife. And then oh my God, she got a gun. See, that's what I'm saying. When you talking all your mouth, you running your mouth, while you doing all that, talking about, because I can go get my plate. See, the problem is that you standing in front of me right now. You got to go get to this. It ain't look like you going to make it, bro. Everything you talking about is what you got to go get to. I'm already locked, loaded, and ready. Boom.
Yeah.
And it's the same way in every relationship. I just feel like we waste a lot of time being mad about things that we can't make a person see just because we're mad about it. So it's all of the power lies in the way we communicate with one another. That's why the C's is so important. Ed and I have talked about that too. And then the 4 agreements. Have you heard of the 4 agreements, RJ?
No, break it down.
Let me break it down, but I'm gonna plug him because this is one of my favorites. So I am the president of, I want to say, where's my book? Damn, it ain't even out. Oh, yes, it is. I am the president of, I want to say about 30 or 40 book clubs.
Oh, okay.
So I absolutely love to read. If I'm not reading, I love to ride. And I'm talking about horses, y'all. Horses. Get no ideas. Don't get in my damn den. Horses. But that don't mean my game ain't strong. Just gonna put that out there. With that said, the 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Have you ever seen this book? If y'all haven't, you need to get it. And the
No,
4
I'm gonna
Oh no, you gotta get this, bro. You gotta get this. This is the 4 Agreements can change your life. Ed and I did a whole segment on it, and I think this is a good time to repeat this and say this. Number 1, be impeccable with your word. Okay, so break that down and speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using words against yourself, um, or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of your truth and love. The other one is don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinions and action of others, you won't be the victim of a needless suffering. Okay. Number 3, don't make assumptions. Now y'all know we got this bad. Find the courage to ask questions and express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can avoid misunderstandings. And if you communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. With just this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. Because y'all hear me say that all the time. Don't assume. Don't assume. I had ex that assumed so much. I mean, I just kept letting him believe whatever he wanted to believe. I really did. I mean, it just assumed so much. And I think the last one, what we all should do all the time, is always do your best. Your best is going to change from the moment to moment. It will be different when you're healthy opposed to being sick. So, under any circumstance, simply do your best and you will avoid self judgment, self abuse, and regret.
Mm.
Those are the four agreements. I live by these infinitely, if I'm saying it right, because they powerful. And if you haven't gotten this book, go ahead and get it. You can download it on Kindle. You know what I'm saying? RJ is right here for you. I have no problem with that. This is an excellent, excellent book. Um, I go back and read. I like to read books 4 or 5 times because every time I read them, it changes the game for me, and you learn something different. And as we are continuing to change to achieve our goals, as we're talking about today, it all starts with the ownership of us, with us, and even in a career as well as in a relationship. It starts and ends with us. So we need to make it our business, I would say, to really watch the tone and how we talk. And I think, RJ, we should do a whole segment on that. I want to break this down. Coming up, starting October the 5th, every Wednesday night, you'll be seeing RJ and I live at 7 o'clock. And I think you'll start to begin to see, as y'all know, I call him the romance. And we'll be talking about love because I'm going to hold on that subject just because men only get that one day. Get that one day a year. And, your girl want to drop some Kimmy Kim gems on and some edibles or what we would like. RJ already put it out there. He told y'all that's really no draws day. Being out. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to put that notation in there. And we're going to be talking about that a lot starting October 5th. Just want everybody to hone in. Of course, you'll be hearing Sip as well, giving his little take on it. But we just want to make sure that y'all understand that it's power in the way we talk. And that's where the love actually comes from. And I think what I'm picking up, what you putting down, RJ, is that delivery of a woman shut down to a woman that's constantly talking and always sounding like she's attitudinal and she's mad. That's what I call a bitter black woman or a bitter woman. You could be white or Asian or Mexican, but your ass is bitter. And you can't put that on somebody else. That's all you. So when we was just talking about the four agreements, did you hear where it says, don't take anything personally? Because nothing others do is because of you. It's not. It's because of them. And a lot of
Hold on. You got to say that. You got to, Kimmy. I got to do that. You got to say that one more time. Say it one more time.
So one of the four agreements is don't take anything personally. And with that, I say nothing that others do is because of you. Nothing that they do is because of you. What others do or say is the projection of their own reality that don't have nothing to do with it.
Bars.
Absolutely. So, and I feel like that we don't get to that point. We don't see that because we're too busy doing this, blaming and pointing everybody finger. But if a person say he don't like you, okay, I'm all right with that. That's on you. That's not on me. See, excuse me. It's not my fault that when I walk in the room, everything about you starts to erupt. Okay? I don't know that. Only person knows that is you. So what projection comes out of his mouth is the power that's within him that is erupting. So I don't know about you, but I'm bringing a damn tornado every time. I'm wrecking shit every time. Stuff flying and shit. Like, goddamn, is it a tsunami up in there? Oh, ain't nobody but Kimmy Kim. Absolutely. Every time. You understand me? I'm bringing it. It's already been brought. You understand me? Oh, that's why everybody, and I know you sit up here going, ain't nothing but looking like your brother. When I tell you I have truly met the person that is identical to me in a male form, that ain't nobody but AKA Sip. Because when I tell you, we have walked in the room and just shook stuff. I want to tell y'all about this story. This is hilarious. We was in Miami. Y'all seen us do the Caliocho. We was talking to different people. But we walked in this place. Now, it was crowded, guys. Crowded. And I mean, back to back, it was a Cuban spot. And y'all seen us. I think we got pictures and stuff on it. So Ed and I, we was excited. We was on Caliocho. We was going to do the big old interview with the godfather of cigar. And we were hungry, though. So we didn't want to go do the, interview until we got something to eat, at least something. And they was like, yeah, go over here, whatever. So we went over there. We standing there waiting, like we gonna wait ourselves in line like everybody else. But people in line start turning around and just start telling us to go on to the front. Oh, that's sentencing. We like, how y'all know we sentencing? We was tripping, right? Moving us on to the front. Hell, people start getting up out there. Y'all want to sit here? Y'all want to go there? We looking, we scratching our head like, what is I'm like, so in my mind, are we finna get shot? They finna set us up? What the hell is going on? We looking at people that look like us, so it wasn't that. We trying to figure out what we are. But when you make a name for yourself, what's understood don't need to be explained. Power just walked in that room, and that's what they gave us, that kind of power. Wherever seat you want, they didn't care about the damn long line that was hanging. They didn't care. We walked in there, that was it, that's all. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you don't have to say nothing. And I don't know about you, but that's the kind of relationship that I want in all aspects of my life. Meaning that I'm not going to keep running my mouth, ladies, and just keep saying this to a man and he really hear me. Because after a while, he don't hear me. Sometimes you got to show people things more than say it. If you feel like that they're not respecting you now, they damn sure will respect you.
He don't respect you. You show him.
But see, that comes from you. When they say, well, I would have left, but we got all. I'm still waiting for, and every time I do this to women, they're like, well, I got all this kids. And you a mama for a reason. You both are parents, but you still got to be a damn parent. If you don't take care of you can't take care of them. If you still keep going through all this crazy stuff, and this is happening, and you acting like this, falling out, losing weight, you don't do this, you don't do that, you hollering at the kids, you beating the hell out of the kids because you mad at him. That ain't working. How you feel like you stand with him for the kids? That's for you. That is for you. That ain't got nothing to do with them. Children are resilient as hell. We talked about this, RJ, from childhood to adulthood last week, our show. We were saying, and we didn't do a live on it, but we was just talking about, guys, on the Power 104.9, telling everybody about, things that happen in your childhood affect you in your adulthood, and we need to change that narrative. Because it goes up with a brand new mate that don't know what the hell is wrong with you. What's wrong with you? I feel like the first 3, 4, 5 dates don't really show the person.
No, they don't.
But I feel like 90 days. I do. I feel like 90 days. If you're consistently talking and seeing each other, you can learn a lot of 90 days. I think there's a reason why they say you get those benefits in 90 days. And that is how you show up. Because then you get to a point where you're a little bit relaxed. And it kind of, you kind of got a little settled. And I kind of know what you're up to. You know what I'm saying? The pattern don't change that damn thing. So with that said, I'm just saying, take your time and get to know the people. And if you're already in a relationship with the person that you know, I'm just going to suggest learn your power of delivery. Learn your male, your woman, the way you talk to them, how you do it. Because everybody, it's just power in the way you do it. Everybody. I can say for myself, I like a very authoritative yet soft-spoken. And I used to say, listen, if this ain't the way you're going to talk to me when you make love to me, then you can't talk to me. Because when you make love to me, you ain't talking to me. So I'm just saying, so meet me in the middle and talk to me where I can understand what you're saying. Because the respect goes both ways. You can't be disrespecting a person and expect them to respect you. So I ain't going to be too many names calls. You know what I mean? Unless I give you permission to call me anything, don't be the one. Because I'm damn sure walking away from that. Because see, I'm not trying to catch a case. So I'm going, I'm going to let you have it. I am infamous. Sif can't stand it, but I'm infamous for saying that. I'm going to let you have it. I do. I say that because it keeps me from drama. I don't have no issues. I ain't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to do all that. And I want you all to have the best no draws day that there is. For all the people that are in relationships, RJ and I are here to bring y'all back and put the romance back in the draws when you put them back on. We want you to be happy. We want you to be happy. I want you to be walking around bow-legged on October the 16th. You couldn't be corner with it. You understand me? Like, damn, what happened? She was walking straight. I ain't wearing no heels today, girl. I'm flip-flopping it. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. It's power in that. Listen, your girl is 100% single and not on purpose, but intention. Because I ain't for no fugazi. But I definitely love everything about love, and I'm always going to put the power in it because it's powerful. Absolutely, it's powerful. So I hope y'all picking up what me and RJ putting down about achieving your goals in relationship, careers, and everything. That's what we're trying to convey to y'all. I want to tell y'all that y'all know y'all please go and like and subscribe and share for the Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill. Check RJ and out every Wednesday starting October the 5th. We definitely is going to be bringing y'all the noise as we always do and upsetting some things and getting some folks mad and glad and happy at the same time because we're here to bring y'all the love, the laughter, and the comedy. But at the same time, the platform is created for us to talk about things to get people uncomfortable, and we here for it. You don't want to talk about it. If you're going through a relationship issue and you don't want to talk about it, we will do it for you. We don't have that problem. We don't have no problem doing that. We absolutely here for it because if we can change and save one life, then we've done our job. That's what the Sip and Spill show is all about. Now I know y'all seen me just drink some ginger ale, and you didn't see my boy drink nothing. But we want y'all to know that we definitely always sipping in the honor of Sip. I'm gonna say free my boy. That go to Sip. On my tail about make sure you say that I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? See, still holding a person accountable, but I do what I'm told. I do, you know. I think RJ know. RJ can get on me too. Like, you know, okay, and I'm gonna do what I need to do. I gotta listen to my Mitchell men now. With that stated, y'all, we so happy that y'all came to share this moment with us. And please make sure y'all continue to tune in on all our handles. And I'm gonna drop them. Facebook is Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill, IG is Sip and Spill 2022. And of course, we're Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill on YouTube. So with those three handles, I'm quite sure you all will definitely be able to find us. And of course, last or least, but we are on Power 104.9 every Saturday. You hear us Eastern Time, 6 to 8. So we look forward to what's going to happen from the fall. Go ahead and check us out. You will see after you watch this taping, you will be able to see all those people that's going to be watching. We are recording, although it says live. This is a live remote record. And we're going to put it out there, and you will see RJ and I 90-day challenges as well as what we're asking you guys to do in all our handles. And make sure you check my boy out. Go ahead and tell them where they can find your music at, RJ.
You can find Good Vibes. I got an EP out called Good Vibes on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, all of that. So check that out. RJ Mitchell, Good Vibes. I also got a single out that came out called Simply Beautiful song, another song I wrote that's dedicated to my mother. So check those songs out as well. And you know, my 90-day challenge is I'm going to drop some new heat. So it's
Okay.
part of the 90-day challenge as well, Kimmy Kim.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You know, that tonight song. I think I want to get that some practicing going on. That's gonna be my song. They have their little songs, but I like to bring my own stuff because that's what make me move better. You know what I mean? So I got my very own entertainer right here. So if I say, "Can you drop a melody for me?" He gonna blow it. So I'm gonna be great. Tell them where they can find you at on Saturday.
I also do a brunch every Saturday at Tavern on LaGrange. That's in Countryside, Illinois. Tavern on LaGrange. I do a brunch called my event is called Beats, Bass, and Brunch. I do that each and every Saturday. DJ Mello on the ones and twos, DJ, and we have Gumbo Music. That's my band that's playing every Saturday. And we have a different feature that's each and every week. So it's a different thing that's going on. And I also have my homie comedian Big Keith coming through doing some comedy, and he brought comedian Sean Morgan through Saturday. Yeah, he people fall through and drop through all the time. So definitely check out Beat Space and Brunch every Saturday at Tavern on the Grange.
I'm gonna have to come on there and just get on that stage with you for a little bit and say what's up to all the peoples.
Come on, Kimmy, you already know. You come on. They waiting to hear from you anyway.
I want to come on in. Listen, it's a beautiful, beautiful show, y'all. I want y'all to definitely show up and show out, but we will do a Sip and Spill show, RJ and I, just to let y'all see the background of what's going on there. And of course, with all the things that's coming up, we got Halloween coming up as well. So we'll be here for that as well. So we would definitely keep y'all posted. That's why you need to be tuned in, watching all the time. Please like, subscribe, and share. And also go check out RJ on all his handles and buy that music and show that BP love like we supposed to do. Just as we gonna do it for you guys. We are definitely here for it. But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know that we appreciate it. Check us out, and I'll let my boy Sip close us out.
Let's close out, Sip.
Hey, y'all guys, we like you, we love you, we want more of you. And listen, it's been real and it's been fun. And every time we do our show, every time we get together, every time we fucks with y'all, don't ever get always, it's always real motherfucking fun. Holla back at your peoples.